Good morning. Are we on air? Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our service for Mother's Day. I'm Reverend Valorie Gunsch, and today we don't have any technology with screens, but we're still going to have a fabulous service anyway. And I have a special treat for you for Mother's Day. The band and I are collaborating on some of my original music, and I'm sharing with you some songs and music for our Mother's Day. But first, I want to welcome all of those who are here in person and those who are online with us. Welcome. And if there's anyone here for the first time today, would you raise your hand? We would love to give you a welcome packet. So if not, then we will look at the end of the service and see who is new today. Our service leader today is Maureen Anderson. And yes.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Is the mic on yet? It is on. Very good. I have allergies and my ears are clogged, so I don't hear so well. Thank you so much for coming today, everybody. There's an affirmation that we frequently say together. Some of us may have it memorized. It may come flowing off your lips as soon as you start hearing me say it. Please, those of you who can, feel free to join with our affirmation. Unity of Richmond is abundantly blessed. Creative people are drawn to us. Divine ideas flow through us. Financial resources bless us. And with God as our source, we accomplish mighty works together. Today's daily word, it's a mother's blessing. I honor and bless the world's mothers. Today, I offer a blessing of gratitude for the loving, nurturing spirit of mothers. I bless my mother and those who have shared a mother's love by supporting me throughout my life. I think of the many ways they have been present for me over the years with unconditional acceptance and love. I envision all the mothers, grandmothers, and caregivers throughout the world surrounded by love and light. For those in my life, I take time to express my appreciation with words, gifts, and time together. To mothers to be, I prayerfully affirm health and ever-deepening joy. To mothers no longer in the world, I hold them in loving prayer and hold thoughts of joy and gratitude. I bless their souls' ongoing journeys, knowing bonds of love keep their memories alive. And from Proverbs 31:28, her children rise up and call her happy. Today's affirmation is, I honor and bless the world's mothers. Say it with me 2 more times. I honor and bless the world's mothers. I honor and bless the world's mothers. And now for our congregational. Stand up, please, and join us in singing the congregational.
Friends, this is a call response for most of the song. I will sing the part that gets repeated, and Ian will do your response. 1, 2, 3, 4. My joy is the fire of love in my heart, and I live to give and do my part. My joy is the fire of love in my heart, and I live to give and do my part. I can't keep it to myself. I wanna give it away. All the joy I give, all the joy I give comes back in many ways. I can't keep it to myself. I want to give it away. And all the peace I give, all the peace I give comes back in many ways. My life is the message of love in my heart, and I live to give and do my part. My life is the message of love in my heart, and I live to give and do my part. I can't keep it to myself. I want to give it away. All that I surrender comes back in many ways. My joy is the fire of love in my heart, and I live to give and do my part. My joy is the fire of love in my heart, and I live to give and do my part. All right. Thank you. You may be seated.
Thank you, Val. Thank you, band. That was really beautiful. So it's time for the opening prayer. Let's get settled in our seats and be relaxed and feel our feet on the floors. And close your eyes if you're comfortable, or hold a soft gaze. Take a deep breath in and release it slowly. Thank you, God, for all the blessings we experience in our lives today and every day. Thank you, God, for the blessings we experience here at Unity of Richmond, that even when things go awry, technical difficulties, unexpected situations, we open our hearts and fill ourselves with God's love and just respond with love and peace and joy. And our lives are the message of the love in our heart. We have the opportunity to walk that truth every day in our lives. We're happy and grateful for all of our blessings and for this truth. Amen. We usually say the Metropolitan Prayer today, and you usually say it with me, but you can't because you don't have it. I will say it alone and just let it resonate in your heart. We pray for the health care in Metropolitan Richmond, for all the sick and their caregivers, doctors, nurses, hospice workers, home health care workers, and all who minister to the health of others, for clinics, medical personnel, and all institutions that serve persons who are uninsured or underinsured. We pray for all of that. Amen. Thank you. And we also want to take a moment to thank everybody who helped with the Atonement Flag project. It was a big success. We have the artist and the creative director of the whole project right here with us now. Dawn, why don't you stand and take a little bow. Every now and then I meet people out in the world and I end up talking to them about the projects that you do, and sometimes, I mention the Forest Project, and yesterday I mentioned that and the Atonement Flag Project to people who I was working with at the quilt shop, and they're like, I know Dawn Flores, I've heard of her. It's not the first time that it's happened to me where they go, oh, I know Dawn. I told them about the Atonement Project, and I know that you're going to do that in other sites, and I need to know so I can email these people so they could come see it. They were very disappointed that they missed it, but that was a wonderful event here at Unity. Okay, time for the opportunities. We have so many great opportunities here in Richmond, Unity of Richmond. Open mic night. Okay, open mic night happening Friday, June 14th at 7 p.m. That'll be an opportunity for us to express ourselves and to develop community. Whether you're performing or just enjoying the other performers, we need an audience, right? It's an event for everybody, so we look forward to seeing you there. Unleash your talents or simply enjoy the diverse performances. All are welcome. And we have a town hall meeting coming up on June 23rd at 12:45. It'll be held after the service. It's a great way to get updated on all that we're doing here at Unity. We will also be ratifying the minutes from the 2023 meeting since we didn't have the opportunity to do that during the usual annual meeting. So we'll play a little catch up on that day. There'll be a light potluck. You're welcome to bring a dish, a side item, or a dessert. And our meeting will start at 12:45. And we have more excitement coming up for the summer chant night. It's going to be held on June 26th at 7 p.m. Now we will have just passed our summer equinox, but we'll celebrate the turning of the season just the same with the good energy and the vibrational chanting. It's such a fun night. We raise our energy into peace and wellness, and it's just a beautiful thing. I've come to many of them, and they're wonderful. So once again, June 26th at 7 p.m. And now for sale out in the gathering space, you'll see many CDs and poetry created by Reverend Valorie. So immerse yourself in Reverend Valerie's inspiring message as she delves into the heartfelt stories and meanings behind her music. Don't miss the chance to own a piece of her artistry with CDs and poetry available for purchase. The proceeds will be shared with Unity of Richmond. Very generous, thank you. And I did happen to see a poem there about mothers and mothering, and it's a beautiful, beautiful piece of prose, and there's only one, so be the lucky one to get it. We also have some flyers out in the gathering space for the exciting experience that our band members are in. It'll keep everybody up to date, so you can check out what Ian and Katrina are doing and getting up to in the gathering space. I didn't look at them to see if anything's listed for Forrest and Ryan. Not yet, but when and where, he'll let us know when that happens. Not lastly, but at this moment, I'm going to invite Daphne and Ash up here to give us a special announcement about a benefit. So come on up, you two. Good morning. Good morning. And here's a second mic.
I don't need a mic.
But we're live streaming. You need a mic. Come on.
Good morning. Good to see you. Good morning. First of all, I would like to introduce, as most of you already know, I was the Director of Ministry Services for about 5, 4, I don't know, a few years. And this was Jesse back then. I would like to introduce my son, Ashton. We're going through some things, and he is at the Center of the Fine Arts now, so he is helping me. Just to give a basic, next Saturday we're going to have a show here from 4 to 6, and it's a benefit show. We have a dear young cousin who had a back surgery, and it was something very simple, and it caused a spinal stroke. And he is now paralyzed from the shoulders down. Got a trach. He's been on his back since the first week of December, and with his insurance, they will basically pay for him to go to a nursing home and die. So Ash and I kind of looked at each other one day and went, what do we do best? We perform. So we're going to have a show. Several of his classmates have written scripts, have been practicing, are directing our own pieces. My cousin Lisa, who was also Miss Virginia back in the day. Yes, we're old now. I don't know if you've ever heard of the quartet Proclaim, but they're going to come and do some numbers, and we're going to have a little raffle the day of. So if you come that day, we're going to give it out that day. And it's lots of interesting things people have donated to the cause. It's just going to be one big basket of fun. And who can really turn down a big basket of fun, folks? Right? So it's going to be from 4 to 6. Basically, if you can donate $10, great. If you can't, we need the prayers. We need the good vibes. We need all the fun we can get. Because we're really celebrating this young man. He had just finished his PhD, had a farm, take care of his parents. It's a rough situation, but we want to give him the best shot he's got. Because he's all in there mentally and madder than hell. So we want to bring that full circle and do what we can to help him. But we would love to have you.
I would love to have y'all.
Thank you.
Yes, yes.
Make the boy come up here with me, and then don't let him talk. But him and his friends have done a lot of work, and him and his friends have done a lot of hard work. And absolutely. So those of you that are out there, those of you that are in here, gosh, we'd love to see you. I promise not to fall up the steps. That video is still on the website, by the way. And I think that's good. If you got any questions, shoot a message up to the church, or it's true. All right, guys, thank you, and we're so glad to be here.
Thank you. Yes. Thank you for coming. Yes. And one last announcement. We have Kara coming up to give us a preview about our upcoming season of gala dinners.
She's taller than I am. So I don't know if it's gala or gala, tomato, I don't know. It's what? Yeah, it's a good time for sure. So I will be heading that up this year and organizing all the volunteers that want to host some fundraising and fellowship with our church friends and family. We will have the sign-up sheet, and things like that. But if you are already knowing when you want to host, please let me know. It's a time to enjoy, but also to give back to the church, right? So, and outside of our walls, or if you need this space, we've definitely had folks use downstairs, the celebration area, for their gala dinners as well. So there's lots of opportunities. We're only limited by your creativity, probably. And basically what happens is when you sign up to host, or if you partner up with somebody, you provide the food and the fun, whatever that is to you, and what the tickets that are purchased, that money goes back to Unity of Richmond, and so that is how we do the fundraising part of it. So again, any questions, let me know. I would love to see many of you either hosting or at least attending. I think we can re-energize this and make it a great opportunity. So thanks for the time.
There's one more announcement I wanted to let you know, and that is we have a table out in the foyer by the bookstore set up for a meal train for Baba Ra, who had been taken ill this last week, and he's recovering from a respiratory illness. And we have a meal train code out there. You can sign up to take him some meals. Also, we sent out a message in our newsletter about, I see Imaja's here today, so you can give Imaja your condolences and your love. Her dear father, the Reverend John Henry Brown, made his transition this week. And I was going to tell you, go to the table, we'll do some cards for Imaja, for Baba Ross, and here she is. So see Imaja after the service and give her some love, and she can also tell you about the Juneteenth celebration that's being done in Sax, Virginia, or near Twin Lakes, and you'll be seeing some of that coming out in our newsletter too with the details. It's actually in July 5th through the 7th. So we'll be sharing that information with you soon. And she's here today. She can share that with you. All right. So today is Mother's Day, and I wanted to do something. We were going to have a guest speaker, and that got rescheduled, all in divine order. And I thought about my mother as I was getting ready to do this, and the contribution that she's made in my life. And it was the very first song I ever wrote was a birthday song to wish her happy birthday when I was 14. On the little, what do you call those little cassette recorder players, those little singles, not mono tape players. And she's the first singing voice I ever heard. You know, she sang to us as children, and she sang in key, thankfully, and a beautiful voice. And I had just this last week run across this CD that I'd forgotten about. It was a collection of songs that we did in, I don't know, 2003, something like that, when she came to Richmond to visit me. And we wanted to record songs together that we could just send to our family members that she had taught us and sang to us when growing up. We called it Mutta and Dada. And they were just a collection of songs, all of them not written by any of us, but and it wasn't selling it. I'm still not selling it, but I was listening to this in the car, and it brought me to tears to hear her voice, to hear me and her singing together, and how similar our voices are. And just it was a great gift that I am so glad to still have, as I had lost a recording that I had saved over and over on my phone of her calling me to wish me a happy birthday the year before she passed. And I was like, I'm going to keep that forever. And one day I realized it had gotten erased. And I go, huh? And I was kind of sad about that, but I have this. So anyway, I wanted to do something in honor of my mother, and also in honor of mothers out there, and those of you who have been mother mentors to others, because there are certainly a lot of us who have had mentors in our lives who may have not been our mothers as well as our mothers. Some of you have given birth. Some of you have been a mother figure. Some of you have been a mother and a father to your children at times. And I want to acknowledge that each of us has that divine feminine and masculine, those qualities within, no matter what our gender identity is. And today, again, this is a tribute to Carrie Downey, my mother, and it is a tribute to, a gift for Mother's Day. She had given me a book of poetry some years back, and I kept that book and would get it out because it had different sayings in it, and there were a few precious quotes in it. And one was, "There are no ideal mothers, nor are there ideal daughters. Life would probably be boring if there were." And the other is, "A mother is a person who is seeing that there are only 4 slices of pie for 5 people, promptly announces that she never cared for pie anyway." And the most precious one, "It's not flesh and blood, but hearts that make us mother and daughter." She passed away in 2020 on January 6th, the day of Epiphany. So let us begin. And the first song that the band and I will do together is a song called "The Winds of Change." But first I want to mention the opening song that we did. The opening song, congregational song, was inspired by Mother Teresa, who said, "A joyful heart is the normal result of a heart burning with love. And so those words are what prompted this little song that we sang. And I wrote it in the car on a 2-hour drive to Virginia Beach, as I was then doing music minister for Unity Church there. And the winds of change came about when I moved back from Montana after getting my music degree in Utah. I moved back to Montana, and I met some pretty incredible people. And one of my friends, who was a yoga teacher, introduced me to kirtan and chanting and meditation techniques. He decided to have a retreat at a beautiful house on the Flathead Lake, which has like glass windows overlooking the water, beautiful. We decided to do a creative retreat there. And while I was there, this song, The Winds of Change, was the result of that experience that weekend. And it came with such ease. And it seems like, for me, those are divine inspirations that come when they start to just flow. And I don't have to put a whole lot of thought into it, nor a lot of editing. So, The Winds of Change. Let us move on to that. Some of these are going to be, you may want to get up and dance and move along with as well. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Winds of change are blowing on us now. The tide is high, but we'll get there somehow. The fire burns away each layer of the past, till we reach our destination at last. Life's a subtle dance between a journey and arrival. We forget the here and now, hypnotized by survival. Do we sleep? Are we awake? Or living in a bad dream, swept away in reality that isn't what it seems. Winds of change are blowing on us now. The tide is high, but we'll get there somehow. The fire burns away each layer of the past, till we reach our destination at last. I don't know how, but we'll get there just the same. Consumed by the fire, only the true self remains. Return to your innocence, be who you are. Surrender to the mystery, don't hide in the dark. Awaken to a new place at the center of your being. While mind and heart open your eyes to their seeing. Winds of change are blowing on us now. Tide is high, but we'll get there somehow. reach our destination at last. We will reach our destination at last. We will reach our destination at last. Right. Yay. Thank you. That's the winds of change. When transformation happens, yes, things shift inside our consciousness and brings a new freedom and a new joy. And so along the way, I've always had a song in my heart because I was always informed by Spirit through writing songs. And one of the songs I set to music was called Deep Peace. This was when I lived in Whitefish, Montana. After I came back, I was helping some friends who had a bakery and a cafe there, and I had never heard this Irish blessing, which is deep peace of the running wave to you, deep peace of the shining stars. And I was like, oh, that's really a great message. I think I'll set it to music. I had no idea it had been set to music in many ways, through symphony and other songs. But anyway, this is called Deep Peace. Now, the band isn't playing on every song, but this one I give you a little piece of because it's a beautiful blessing. Deep peace of the running wave to you. Deep peace of the shining stars. Deep peace of the flowing air to you. Deep peace of the quiet earth. May peace, may peace, may peace fill your soul. Let peace make you whole. So thank you. That song meant a lot to me, and when I came back to actually move to Montana, I recorded it and put it on an album. Thank you. Put it on an album called Deep Peace. And all through the years, I thought, of myself as a songwriter, certainly not a poet, but there came a time when some messages started coming to me in the form of poetry, and so I wanted to share just a few, just a couple, some snippets, because I used to try to set everything I wrote into a song, and then I realized, no, it's not meant to be a song, just a poem. So this one is called In the Stillness, and this was in 1988 when I began to be introduced to unity and new thought. In the stillness of the mind lies peace. In the stillness of the mind lies the peace of the heart. In the stillness no mind, no darkness, no sorrow, no confusion. In the stillness, heart, light, joy, peace. In my mind's stillness, I know I am. I am centered. I am balanced. I know I am. In my mind's stillness, I know my heart. I love. I am love. Same year, I was on a theme. I think I've shared this one with you before. It's called Being Love. For what is love but a state of being when the highest is seen with angels seeing, and the brightest light embraces the shadow, transcending the yesterdays and the tomorrows for the beauty and freedom of the present moment. Awakening love begets everything unlike itself. Fear is love's opposite companion. While fear diminishes and separates, love expands into oneness. Love is the essence of you and I, the highest of the high. And as we awaken that dormant light within us, our love expands. Light holds no fear. As we wash our chalice hearts of the darkness, there is only room for love. Love is being, being is love. Love has no object outside itself. As you free yourself to expand your love, I am free to expand mine, and we are one together, individual and yet the same. Expansion into the universal oneness of our beings. There is an abundance of love, enough for you and enough for me, enough of you and enough of me, for we are enough, we are love. For what is love but a state of being when the highest is seen with angels seeing and the brightest light embraces the shadow, transcending the yesterdays and the tomorrows for the beauty and freedom of the present moment. While I was in Montana, too, there was a friend who was going through a difficult time, and she was, going through a divorce. She confided in me and was, just her heart was open and she was grieving. So this song came to me and as a message to her, and this is how a lot of music comes to me. I, at the time, didn't have words for it, but I later have come to call them soul songs. And this is called Sweet Sister. Sweet sister, tender heart, daughter of great mystery, I hear your sadness, understand your grief. Let me be your friend in your hour of need. Cry your tears in the arms of one who cares. Let the rain cleanse you and wash away your tears. And as the moon tides ebb and flow, this too shall pass, and you will know the freedom that wisdom brings, and your heart will sing again. Sweet sister, kindred maiden, lover of all life, you've given me so much for sharing your light. We dance together toward the one light. Cry your tears in the arms of one who cares. Let the rain cleanse you and wash away your fears. As the moon tides ebb and flow, this too shall pass, and you will know the freedom that wisdom brings, and your heart will sing again. So this was my friend who actually introduced me to the dances of universal peace, and they have an invocation that is always toward the one light. You know, there's a prayer, and so I managed to get that in the song because we dance together toward the one light. Finding it interesting that though we've rehearsed and warmed up, that now my bottom notes are hard to sing. I can that song is a little in the key of G, a little low now for me as I've gotten more mature. All right, time for another upbeat song. This one is a song that I did with also when I was in Montana. And I was reminded of this song. It's called Born Today, which we're going to do together. When I was in Montana, I was really, waking up, going through a lot of new growth and transformation. And so I thought about that, what it means to be born again, because a lot of people are going around asking, are you born again? Right? So I wanted to speak to that, and that, we're born new every day. Every time we change our consciousness, change our mind, and change our thinking from, negativity. So that's where Born Today partly came up, and this was my own experience. So this was kind of one of my songs, not inspired to anyone else, but I was driving along the Powhite Parkway one day, and I saw a car. I was behind a car with bumper stickers, and it had 3 very good bumper stickers. It said, one was Choice the Beautiful Right. The second one was Peace is Patriotic. And the third one was Born Okay the First Time. So, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sometimes I think too much and I get way too serious. How about you? Sometimes I'm out of touch and my thoughts make me delirious. It takes way too much out of me. Sing it. Seeing what's wrong with me. It's time to see what's right so I can get on with my life. free to be born new today. Come on, I know more of you want to dance. There's no sense in holding on to the past. Experience comes and goes, not designed to last. Moment by moment, I'll make a present of now. I know what I want, only God knows how. I'm living and learning, and I'm growing each day. No more secrets, no more hiding. I'm free to be born new today. So now I'm letting go of what stands in the way of knowing my good and enjoying the play. I'll expect the best and send my thoughts as a prayer. The true power of the mind lies there. I'm living and learning, and I'm growing each day. No more secrets, no more hiding. I'm free to be born new today. No more secrets, no more hiding. I'm free to be born new today. You have no idea how fortunate we are to have these guys. These are studio quality musicians who can come in here. I didn't have to rehearse with them throughout the week to go over. So, I mean, I visited a lot of Unity churches, and it required us a lot of rehearsal to get everyone together. And, thank you. Thank you. And to play together. So, And by the way, Ian's show that he's in right now is already playing, and it is the Jimmy Buffett show, so you can already go and see it. Please let them know.
I'm dressed for the occasion, as you can tell. Yeah, it's Jimmy Buffett, Escape to Margaritaville. This is at Fort Greg Adams, down in Petersburg. To get on base, it's a little convoluted. I would call the box office, and then they can help you through the process of getting your real ID vetted to come on the base. It's a great show. I mean, if you love Jimmy Buffett music and love musicals, it's fantastic. I would come out and see it. It runs for the next 2 weekends, Friday, Saturday, and a Sunday matinee. So yeah, Fort Greg Adams, the Beatty Theater with the Homefront Players. Great show.
Thank you. All right. The last song we'll do before our meditation is a soul song that was commissioned by Cindy Bear, a friend of mine, for a friend of hers, Louise Porter, who has since passed away and made her transition. But this was a soul song out of my time working with her. And the messages of all the soul songs, even though they're speaking to the person, they seem to be very universal, very universal. So she loved to garden, and so I used some of that you'll see in the song. And also the Rumi quote, out beyond ideas of right doing and wrong doing, there's a field, I'll meet you there. Not in those words, in a paraphrase. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. As I walk through the storms of life, whatever they may be, I seek and find all the good. I pause and claim my blessings. Nothing can stop me, nothing stands in my way. I am free to live and give love as I receive each day. Only love matters. Only love will do. Only love matters. In the fabric of our lives, it's the glue. I plant seeds of forgiveness in fields beyond wrong and right. I meet myself and others there. I see with love's pure light. The harvest of my heart is a blessing. I am free from chains of doubt and fear. Where love is, I am. Only love matters. Only love will do. Only love matters. In the fabric of our lives, it's the glue. Love matters. Only love, only love, only love matters. Your love, my love, our love matters. Only love matters. All right, thank you. Now let's prepare for a brief meditation. So this song for meditation I wrote as a song for Mayor when we first met, and it's called Rest in Me. We'll do that and then go into our meditation. When the worries of your restless mind get the best of you, and you are confused and don't know what to do, you can rest in me. I am your friend, your shelter in the storm, and I will hear you and keep you safe and warm. You can rest in me. When you are lost and in the dark, I am that divine spark that will help you to see more clearly. Open your heart and rest in me. So as we take those words into meditation now, let the voice of Spirit say to you, I am your beloved, I give you the breath of life, and my arms are always open wide for you. You can rest in me. So take those words into the silence now as you rest in the spirit of the Mother Goddess. Divine Mother, for we are all in the heart of the One Presence, the one power that has no gender, but has the qualities of all its faces. So breathe in and out and wiggle your fingers and your toes. Take some deep breaths. Let go. As we prepare now for our offering.
And thank you for your message, you and the band. What a great message. So folks, if you fell behind on your shopping for Mother's Day, you have an opportunity to fulfill your supply with the great offerings we have in the lobby. Val's music, which you heard is wonderful. Any CD you pick is going to be a winner. Her poetry, there are t-shirts out there. And we have a bookstore. The bookstore, we have wonderful books by people in our congregation like Imaja and Roy, and by celebrities like Julia Cameron, walking in this world, and other books, and meditation cushions made by Lynn Rafferty. We have wonderful things, so you don't have to come empty-handed to Mother's Day dinner tonight. And our ushers have come forward. We're very grateful for them. We're going to say the prosperity blessing. Many of you know this by heart, so join me. Divine love expressing through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. I am grateful.
I don't need a lot of things to keep me happy. It's the simple joys that keep me satisfied. I'm blessed in spirit and I let go. There are some things I don't need to know. Cool, calm waters on a warm, sunny day. Green mosaic forest, flight and sound of birds. I breathe, I relax, take a time away in my outdoor nature church. I play the music of my soul in every way. There's a song inside I need to sing. I trust in spirit and I let go on the music inside of me. Cool, calm waters on a warm, sunny day. Green mosaic forest, flight and song of birds. I breathe, I relax, take a time away in my outdoor nature church. I love breaking bread with friends and family, sharing hopes of dreams and faith and mystery. My eyes are open to the truth of my being and the beauty inside of me. Cool, calm waters on a warm, sunny day. Green mosaic forest, flight and song of birds. I breathe, I relax, take a time away in my outdoor nature church. I breathe, I relax, take a time away in my outdoor nature. such a child.
Thank you, Reverend Val and band, and thank you, ushers. Join with me as we bless the gifts. We give thanks for the gifts that will support our mission of creating a spiritually awakened world. Thank you. And we have some youth today. Mary Beth, we see Felipe, our beautiful, sweet little boy. He is the child. Sorry. I just wanted to say it's so thrilling for me to see Felipe come up to the front of the room. He's the child of one of my students when I was a Sunday school teacher here, and it's just so terrific seeing everybody grow up and make babies of their own and bring them to church. And I'm going to be a grandma, everybody. I found out when I was in Korea. Jake and Young are having a baby due in October. Yeah, so all right, hit it, guys.
1, 2, 3, and...
to go out to take his mom out to lunch. But this morning we went and watered our garden. The children planted a garden right out in this corner, and our seeds are peeking up through the soil, and we watered it and took care of it, and then we made flowers for our moms, and we had a nice morning.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And on the subject of thank yous, we are so grateful once again to Dawn Flores for the Atonement Project. We're grateful for our prayer chaplains, and we want to invite our prayer chaplains to come forward. They're available to pray with you. They hold whatever you share with them in confidence and release it into the universal energy of life and healing and all good things. So they don't ask you about it. They don't come back and say, oh, by the way, how about that thing? So if you notice that nobody asked you, it's because we release it and let it go. We're very grateful for our musicians. Ian, Forrest, Ryan, the best band. We're so delighted and lucky. We're grateful for Debbie for taking care of our building, and for other volunteers, the AV team, and for... Sandra said she made a mess. She's extra grateful. We're grateful for our speakers and for the ushers and teachers and everyone who makes this service possible. Let's say the prayer of protection together. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. And the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With God as creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow.
me.